Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. This is a very special day, not just because all of the women, or I guess people kind, get chocolates and heart-shaped things, but because Justin Trudeau just got absolutely wrecked, like beyond wrecked in the House of Commons today. Pierre Poilievre just dropped an insane bombshell, and he's a linguist. Like, he's so good with his words, with his puns, with his catchphrases, everything. And today he dropped WTF. Not what the fudge, but where's the funds? And within Parliament, within the House of Commons, you have to use what's called parliamentary language, PG-friendly things, because it is nationally broadcasted. And, well, the House Speaker didn't like that he said that, and everybody went berserk, including myself. I'm very sorry to everybody who watched the live stream with me, because I was screaming into this microphone, and I really do apologize, but I can't contain it. I get all hyped up on coffee right here, and it's very exciting. So if you ever want to watch live question period, go over to my House of Canada channel, which is linked down in the description, where I stream every single episode of question period, and we have a lot of fun there. The community was very much on fire today. Chat very much enjoyed it. And well, now that I've already showed you my coffee mug with all of my nice little stickers, I have to tell you where you can get them. The link is down in the description or the pinned comment below. You've got Klaus Schwab penetrating Trudeau. You got the sticker bundle here, which is still listed as 20% off, or you can just go right into the farmer protest Stop the World Economic Forum stickers. Those are almost sold out, folks, so make sure you scoop up yours before they are fully sold out. And yeah, stay tuned, because I got some more stickers on the way. But never mind the stickers, you're going to want to sit back, relax, smash the like button, subscribe if you're not already, because this is going to be an incredible question period highlight video. You're going to watch Trudeau absolutely lose it. Yeah. All right. Hope you enjoyed as much as I did. There's Pierre. There's Pierre. Here we go. Oral questions. Questions orales. Honorable Leader of the Opposition. I do it better than Mr. Speaker every single time.
The Prime Minister's Arrive scam is now flailing out of control. Today, revelations from a Joël Denis Bellevance that one Arrive scan company received $250 million in contracts.
Holy shit,
it's a company with 4 employees, headquartered in the basement of a tiny cottage. They got IT contracts, even though they admit they do no IT work. $250 million. WTF.
Holy shit! Oh my God! Oh my God! That's not parliamentary language, is what fucking Speaker's gonna say. Holy shit! Look at the Conservatives still standing up and cheering. Chat, spam the W's in the chat. Holy crap! Oh my God! What a workaround for swearing. Oh my God. He doesn't even know what to say.
Dangerously close.
But we're not there.
Crossing the line.
But we're not there.
In terms of what is considered parliamentary language.
But we're not there.
That is an abbreviation which is.
Oh, where? You had a Nazi in the House, bro. Sit down.
Which is commonly understood not to be parliamentary. I'm going to.
Bro, it's like arresting somebody for a crime they could commit. He didn't break the rules.
Please to.
I'm sorry for yelling.
Comment and. Use language.
This shit is so corrupt. This is more scripted.
Where's the funds?
Than the NFL. Oh my God, man. WTF. He didn't break the rules. You can't tell him not to break the rules if he didn't break the rules. Oh,
I appreciate
mon Dieu.
The Leader of the Opposition had clarified that comment. I'm going to ask all members to not use the acronym, because the acronym in the minds of Canadians clearly would be considered unparliamentary language.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Mr. Speaker, during the time of pandemic, the government rightly did everything it could to keep Canadians safe and protected. But of course, even in the most trying times, perhaps especially in the most trying times, all the rules need to be followed. In this case, the Auditor General has highlighted some very concerning questions that need to be answered, and that's why we're expecting and supporting all relevant authorities to follow up on these irregular contracting and this perhaps breaking of the rules. This is an important issue, and that's why we're taking it seriously, Mr. Speaker.
What a legend, man! Where's the funds? That's what he was saying. Where's the funds? Oh, there's a heckler up in the gallery. There's a heckler up in the gallery. That's why they muted the mic. Pierre's looking. Everyone's looking. Is it a Nazi? Oh, he's telling Pierre to sit down. Where's the funds? That's what the acronym stood for. Oh my God. Man, Pierre is so smart. He's so smart. I'm sorry for screaming, everybody. I can't contain my shit. I can't contain my emotions, man. That was the best one-liner we've ever seen.
We're going to take a 2-minute break to allow things to calm down, and then we will come back for the questions and answers.
I forget all the time. This is my go-to mug. I forget all the time that I'm carrying this around. And people look at me funny in the grocery store because that's sticking out, right? Or Trudeau in a milk carton, or Klaus Schwab penetrating Trudeau, and I just carry this everywhere I go. Everywhere. I'm with my daughter. I'm carrying this around. I got a Nazi sticker. I totally forget that that these are on my mug because I'm just so used to it and so desensitized to it. One person, one time, actually approached me and said, "Excuse me, that sticker's offensive." No shit, in a grocery store. I'm with my daughter. And I said, "Sorry, ma'am, what's offensive? The sticker or the fact that Canadian Parliament invited a Nazi into Parliament?" Where's the funds?
So let's recap. A company that had never before received contracts from the federal government started getting an avalanche of contracts just 3 weeks after this prime minister took office. The company, in fact, got $250 million for IT, even though it admits it doesn't do IT. It has 4 employees and has a headquarters in the basement of a cottage. Can the Prime Minister explain why this suspicious company started getting these contracts exactly 21 days after he took office?
Wow.
Honourable Prime Minister.
It's obviously an unacceptable situation, which is why the relevant authorities are fully investigating exactly what went on here, particularly highlighted by the Auditor General's recent report. This is an issue we need to continue to understand and make sure that the rules are being followed, make sure that our procurement practices across government are respectful of taxpayer money.
How about you resign, buddy?
More proof the Prime Minister is not worth the cost or the corruption. After 8 years of doubling housing costs, quadrupling the carbon tax, sending 2 million people to food banks, he somehow found $250 million for this one company, which boasts on its website that it is now Ottawa's fastest growing company. No doubt about that. Stuff with tax dollars by this Prime Minister. Why is it that when Canadians are starving in food bank lines, the Prime Minister finds $250 million for his friends?
Oh my goodness, Pierre.
Honourable Prime Minister.
Obviously, the relevant authorities need to follow up on this and get to the bottom of exactly how this unacceptable situation happened. In the meantime, on this side of the House, we're going to continue to focus on making life more affordable for Canadians. For example, attracting thousands of healthcare workers by increasing by 50% student loan forgiveness for rural doctors and nurses, by fast-tracking the construction of more than 51,000 homes, by finalizing the housing accelerator agreements with over 60 small and rural communities. While the Conservative Party continues to block these initiatives, we're going to continue to step up for Canadians.
Hear, hear. So we learned that the ArriveCan scandal goes even deeper. The Liberals gave $250 million to GC Strategies. But let's talk about what that $60 million for ArriveCan could have bought. 125 affordable homes. 800 nurses hired. Instead, this Prime Minister spent this money on an app that doesn't work and no one uses. How does the Prime Minister look Canadians in the eyes with all this waste?
Wow.
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, during the pandemic, Canadians' lives were at risk, and we, quite rightly as a government, reached out to all the possible tools to keep Canadians safe. And indeed, the pandemic was less deadly and less harmful to our economy in Canada than it was in most, if not all, of our peer countries. But at the same time, even as we were innovating and trying to do everything we could to keep Canadians safe, the rules needed to be followed. And it is obvious that in this case, the rules don't look like they were followed, and that's why there are investigations ongoing.
By you, look at all the backbenchers and the Liberals are all quiet.
Key leader's question. The question was, how can the Prime Minister waste millions of dollars on a Arrive scam when Canadians can't afford to eat, heat, or house themselves? The answer is because the NDP keeps that Prime Minister in power. That's right.
Yeah.
And votes consistently in committee to cover up the scandal and shut down investigations. This app was supposed to cost 80 grand, said the Prime Minister. Now it's at least 60 million, but we don't know for sure because of missing documents. What is the full and final cost of Arrive scam?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I've addressed these questions, but I will highlight that part of the Conservatives' attacks on this situation is because they deeply deplore all the measures we put in to keep Canadians.
What's the final number?
Pandemic. We remember how they gave in to conspiracy theories, spreading anti-vaxxer conspiracies, standing.
Oh, here he goes.
Forward to keep Canadians safe. Yes, as we did all those things, we made sure that rules were followed, and any rules that weren't followed, there are consequences and there are investigations ongoing. We will continue to keep Canadian safety at the forefront.
The opposition.
What was the full and final cost of the app?
Yeah, look at that, man. Right to the point.
Minister.
Mr. Speaker, that is among the questions that there are direct follow-ups, investigations ongoing right now, both internal and external, to ensure that as rules were evidently broken, there are consequences, there is an accountability for this. There's no doubt that there are serious challenges around procurement and the public service that were evident at that time. We need to make sure that is fixed. We need to move forward in a way that takes better responsibility for the kinds of challenges that we saw in this situation.
The Honourable.
What's the number?
Opposition.
How much?
Ah! Oh my God!
Honourable Prime Minister.
What is going on?
Speaker, during the pandemic, we were there to invest to protect Canadians and keep their lives safe. Despite the objections and the conspiracy theorism of the Conservative Party, we stepped up in many, many different ways.
W's in the chat.
We did.
Holy shit.
And we continue to expect that rules around procurement be followed by the public service. It is obvious that that was not the case here. That is why there are ongoing investigations, there will be consequences, and there will be changes made to the public services systems.
Oh my God, here we go again, Pierre.
He doesn't know how much his own app costs. He has the power to call for any document he wants from the government.
Yeah.
So either he's covering it up, he's incompetent, or worse. Which is it?
Yo, we're gonna break the frickin' stream, man. Pierre's breaking the internet today.
Mr. Speaker, there are ongoing investigations, both internal and external, that are following up on exactly how this unacceptable situation happened. We received the Auditor General's report last week. We are following up, and we have been following up on this for months already, Mr. Speaker. We're going to continue to make sure that anyone who broke the rules faces consequences, that systems and structures surrounding the public service and procurement are changed. This is something we are taking very seriously, as we must.
Well, the crazy carbon tax minister has done it again. This time, he's saying that the federal government is not going to support any new road construction. I quote, "Our government has made the decision to stop investing in new road infrastructure." End quote. So he believes that people in Yukon or rural Alberta or rural Newfoundland will have to get to work riding a bicycle. Mr. Speaker, why should those people have to pay taxes for infrastructure when they can't possibly use the tramways and the bicycles that he's funding?
There will be a pedal tax.
To all members that we should be using certain
Shut
in regards to
up,
members
bro.
To individual members.
WTF?
So like the word crazy is not a word that we should be using in this, and that's one of the things which I had been given direction to members. So I'm going to ask members, please, from now on, to exercise, to work within the boundaries of parliamentary language. The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the Minister has already clarified his remarks. Our government's approach to investing in trade corridors and roads that Canadians rely on has not changed since 2015. We will continue to step up, and we got projects like the Samuel de Champlain Bridge in Montreal across the finish line, and we're going to get others like the Gordie Howe Bridge built. We're going to continue to invest in infrastructures. But what also hasn't changed is the Conservative Party's opposition to investments in roads, in communities, in bridges, in ports, right across the country as we grow the economy, because all the Conservative leader is offering is cuts, cuts, cuts.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Speaker, first, this radical minister is bringing in a 61 cent a litre carbon tax on people who are committing the crime of driving to work or operating their farms. Then he wants to ban people from using vehicles that are necessary in our climate. And now he says he's going to ban all federal funding for future roads. Our government has made the decision to stop investing in new road infrastructure. Will the Prime Minister condemn these crazy comments?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Once again, the Minister has clarified his remarks. Our approach to infrastructure continues to be one of investing in the future for Canadians. Through the National Trade Corridors Fund alone, we're building projects like a new bridge over the Yukon River in Dawson City, new interchanges on Highway 101 and 103 in Nova Scotia, and twinning the Trans-Canada Highway in parts of Newfoundland. We're also working with municipalities through the Community Building Fund. Just in Ontario, this means almost 2,900 projects for local roads and bridges. What has not changed as well is the Conservative Party's opposition to investing in future, investing in...
The Honourable...
Our common sense plan acts as the tax, builds the homes, fixes the budgets, stops the crime. Prime Minister can't defend his policy, so he's changing the name. People hate the carbon tax because 60% pay more into it than they get back in his phony rebates. So today he announced a costly rebranding of the hated carbon tax. My question for him is, how much did he spend on consultants in order to come up with the new name, and was it GC Strategies that he hired?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, the Leader of the Opposition doesn't even understand the consequences of the cuts he's proposing left, right, and centre. He proposes to take away the carbon price rebate, the Canada carbon rebate from millions of Canadian families across the country. The Canada carbon rebate is going to be there to continue to deliver more money to 8 out of 10 Canadian families in 4 checks over the course of the year that puts cash in their pockets while we fight climate change.
Yeah, cash in Liberal pockets.
In emissions that Canada is leading on, we're also moving forward on growing the economy and supporting Canadians.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
He couldn't even get the new name of the carbon tax right. It's only 3 words. Prime Minister should learn that we can't improve life by slogans alone, Mr. Speaker.
Oh!
That's why.
For reference, that's something Trudeau has said about Pierre.
I have here a distribution
using his own words against him.
Federal fuel charge by the Parliamentary Budget Officer, which shows that 60% of Canadians pay more in taxes than they get back in his phony rebates. Why won't he follow the facts and axe the tax?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
The opposition wants to talk about facts. The Canada carbon rebate will deliver $1,800 in Alberta to an average family of 4, $1,200 in Manitoba, $1,120 in Ontario for your family of 4, $1,500 in Saskatchewan, $760 in New Brunswick, $824 in Nova Scotia, $880 in PEI, and $1,192 in Newfoundland and Labrador to a family of 4. 8 out of 10 families across the country get more money out of the Canada carbon rebate.